Zaldrizes buzdaris gosdau.
So apparently, Warner Brothers UK, the studio at Leavesden, where House of the Dragon is going to be filming the remainder of the season mostly, they're about to do something big, right? According to this leak. So before I jump into that, please take this information that I'm about to say with a grain of salt. It serves no purpose aside from entertaining us. Some of the information I mentioned in this video may turn out to be factual, but for the most part, nothing is confirmed until it airs on our screens, or until we see the trailer. Even with the trailers, they still mess with us a little bit because that's not exactly how things happen. Also got two other news kind of things that I want to talk about. Please, before I jump into that, slap a like on this video if you enjoy it. And then also, if you really enjoy it, subscribe. Like, if there's anybody that you're a fan of here on YouTube, that you've been watching the videos and you just haven't subscribed for whatever reason, please do so, as it'll help them and myself out tremendously. Okay, so this leaker is stating that there's going to be a massive sequence that's filmed outside, right? That's probably going to happen. They are already building sets over there, but they mentioned specifically that this sequence involves Melees and Sunfire, and that they've had a peek at some of the color palettes being chosen for the battle, for the cinematography, and for Sunfire himself. They said that Sunfire is similar looking to Syrax, but there are some defining features that will make the two dragons look separate. Right, so I'll get back to what they're filming outside here in a second. I just wanted to mention this part about Sunfire because it was really interesting. So they said that Sunfire, instead of being pink, is going to have green highlights, and that apparently, like when or if we see the two of them either on screen at the same time or close together, where we have one scene with Rhaenyra and she's filming and Syrax is in the background, and then we switch to the greens and we have Aegon with Sunfire or whatever. The big difference is that Sunfire is way more slender, like a more sleek looking dragon, where Syrax was graceful, regal, kind of a regal eagle looking dragon. Syrax will have more of like just a slender look altogether, and is supposed to be based on more of like the horse type looking dragons. This is kind of nonsense. I don't even really want to mention it, but remember when Rhaenyra was on the bridge, Dragonstone, in season 1 House of the Dragon, and she flew Syrax over to go and figure out what Daemon was doing, where he's kind of holding himself up and named himself, "Oh, I'm the Prince of Dragonstone, I'm the next guy in line for the Iron Throne." Remember, they had that big standoff between Sir Otto Hightower and Daemon and Mysaria, right? And Kristen Cole was there, and he's like, remember, perhaps, so Prince, wait, I'm messing the scene up. Daemon's like, "Oh, Sir Crispin, is it?" And then he's like, "Kristen, perhaps small Prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse." And then Daemon does that nod like, touche. During that scene, remember, Daemon has that egg, and then Rhaenyra gets it back. And then all of us who were watching, who read Fire and Blood, were like, "Yo, is that the egg?" Because the egg was supposed to go to her little brother, but Daemon took it, right? Her little brother at the time was Aegon II. So we're like, is that the egg of the dragon that's going to eventually eat her, Sunfire, when it grows up? This person mentioned, this leaker that was telling me about the color palettes of Syrax having it, Sunfire having it changed from the books, and instead of having pink highlights, going to have green highlights. This person mentioned that the egg theory is going to be confirmed. There's going to be a quick conversation between Rhaenyra mentioning how, after the Battle of Rooks Rest, Sunfire has obviously killed Melees, right? And Rhaenys is dead, and according to some leaks, Rhaenys is gonna be eaten by Sunfire, right? But Rhaenyra sort of mentions offhandedly that that's kind of her fault because she made sure Aegon had a dragon by taking that egg from Daemon. That's entertaining, but it's like cringe. I don't know how to feel about it. But like I said, take it with a grain of salt because it's probably a load of horse crap. Nothing is confirmed till it airs. Okay, so just running through the rest of this leaked information. This person said that the battle sequence, right, that's being filmed outdoors will happen within the first week of August, and they will need up to 25 extras who have flame experience. Whatever that means, like probably people who've been lit on fire before, so, stunt guys. They will, like I said, film the first week of August, and this is kind of interesting. This person mentions that the props department has been working all year on Aegon II's makeup and design or whatever post Rooks Rest. Like, they said that it takes the actor Tom Glenn Carney over 6 hours to get ready to film the few scenes that he has post Rooks Rest in this season of House of the Dragon. That's crazy. Now, in canon, if you're unaware, after the Battle of Rooks Rest, the king has his armor fused to his body, and not like the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance way. No, like the flames get so hot from melee and Sunfire, right? It's probably a mix of several different dragons. And Vhagar's there too. Vhagar crashes into him and knocks him to the ground, right? But the armor gets to the point where it's molten and then melts into his skin, and he's got pieces of metal shards sticking out of his skin, and this is part of the reason why he's incapacitated for half the day for up to a year during the Dance of Dragons in canon. Like, he sleeps 9 out of every 10 hours, and he becomes addicted to milk of the poppy because the pain is so great from the metal being fused to his body. So apparently, the Sleeker obviously knows that and mentioned that it takes him, six hours to get ready before he films any scenes. The actor Tom Glencarney. And then the last thing this person mentioned was there's a set being built right now for Harrenhal, and it's called the Hall of 100 Hearts. Now, in canon, Harrenhal is built as this really lavish castle in the Riverlands because Harren the Black was this Iron Islander who had set himself up as a River King, right? Remember, the Iron Islands are quite a distance away from the Riverlands, but the Ironborn used to reeve everywhere, and they put up base in the Riverlands, even though they're not, really from that area. And what Harren the Black did to build Harrenhal, make it so lavish and make it so awesome, was he would steal all the supplies and everything he needed to build Harrenhal from the surrounding castles and lands, right? So Harrenhal is this really lavish castle, and if Aegon the Conqueror hadn't have burned it, it would have been the biggest, most nicest castle in all of Westeros. So in actual Harrenhal, the castle, there's this hall that's known as a Hall of 100 Hearths because it's literally got these massive fireplaces, the hearths, to heat the Great Hall of Harrenhal. This person mentioned that they're going to be showing that for when Daemon takes it in Season 2. Alright, so now that we got the nonsense information out of the way, I do want to quickly address, we have the strike happening, right? The strike where it was initially the writers and the directors, and now the actors have joined them, right? But here's the thing. HBO, House of the Dragon, Season 2, is virtually unaffected because all of the actors that are working on the series are contractually obligated to continue working or they're going to be fired. Like, I'm pretty sure the stars of the show want to, they're members of the WGA, or SAG, the Screen Actors Guild in America. I'm pretty sure they want to strike with their compatriots, but they can't because they are legally obliged to keep working. If they were to try to stop and strike, they would get fired. They could legally get fired under the UK union laws. So I know this kind of sucks for people who are in the industry, but as a fan, this is amazing. House of the Dragon has not been set back at all. They're continuing to film, and they legally have to. Like I said, it sucks for people in the industry, but as just a solid fanboy, and I want House of the Dragon here next year, it's amazing news. So they do not have to stop. They are unaffected by the strike, and that's good news in my opinion, but also kind of sad news for people who aren't getting paid enough in the entertainment industry. The last little bit I want to mention or talk about for this video, regarding House of the Dragon, make a really good time, are from a Witcher fan site called Redanian Intelligence. They have 3 new castings for House of the Dragon, but all of them are unknown roles. So the first one is this dude, Samson Kayo, and it's confirmed that he's joined House of the Dragon Season 2 in an unknown role, but he was seen filming in Wales recently. Let me know who you guys think this dude would be. He is a black man, so he's probably part of House Velaryon, like maybe a Velaryon soldier, right? And then the next casting is Tom Cotte, and he has been cast in an unknown role in House of the Dragon Season 2 as well. Doesn't mention that he was filming in Wales, but I did see comments on Instagram saying that this dude kind of looks like your mama. Just kidding. Unless your mom looks like, I don't know. And then the last, and once again, these are from Redanian Intelligence. The last casting I want to mention for this video is this actor named Jack Stadden. And he has been cast in an unknown role in Season 2 of House of the Dragon. It doesn't mention that he was filming in Wales either. But if I had to guess, looking at this dude, if you look at, like, the color of his eyes, color of his hair, the way that his bones kind of shaped. He kind of looks like your mama as well. Oh man. I'm just kidding. He looks like a high tower. I'm not even gonna lie. He looks like a high tower. Throw a beard on him and he'll look like a younger version of Rhys Ifans. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. Excuse the mama jokes. Please slap a like on this video. Like goes going to be 420. Consider checking out my Patreon. I just dropped a 40-minute deep dive over there on some lore of House Aaron in the Vale. There's this mythical dude known as Artis Aaron, the Falcon Knight, and I talked about him a great deal. You can join for just a couple of bucks, and next year, next month, the whole thing's getting revamped. But specifically, I want to give a shout out to my Dragon Knight tier. They are the executive producers of this video. They are The North Must Remember, my girl Breanne Johnson, Destiny Mix Queen Phillips 420, and last but not least, Tyler Schnabel. Thank you all so much for watching, and please consider subscribing. Along natin sa Lisa Sustari, Sustar.